Hey, I know it's been quite some time since my last journey posting, and I really apologize for that. I have a confession. I had a video that I posted, but I wasn't really feeling it. There were a lot of errors in it, and I felt like I was just wasn't really talking about anything of any interest to anybody in it. Um, Posted it on YouTube and got a couple of comments. Thank you for the positive comments, by the way. But after looking at it, I was like, you know what? This video seems a little kind of crazy. So um, I'm going to go ahead and take it down. So I apologize for it being so much time in between my last posting and this one. But I don't know. I didn't like my last video, so I took it down. But I'm here now, and I have phenomenal news. The tumor in my breast has shrunk tremendously. It started out at 10 centimeters, and it is now 2 centimeters, and that's amazing. That's amazing, seriously. My oncologist was floored. She was so excited and we were so happy because that means that my body is responding to the chemotherapy remarkably, and that makes me so happy because, as you know, everybody does not respond the same way to the chemotherapy. Sometimes it can shrink the tumor. Sometimes the tumor can remain the same. Sometimes the tumor can continue to grow, even with chemotherapy. I know, crazy. The tumor in my armpit is doing well also. It started out, I think, at like 4 or 5. Now it's less than a centimeter. So I'm so excited that my body is responding well to the chemotherapy. That makes it all worth it. All of the side effects and everything. And speaking of side effects, as you can see, my face looks like a swollen almond. And that's because they have me on steroids. That's one of the medications that I have to take with the chemotherapy. And for a while, for just a little bit, I was complaining because another side effect to the chemotherapy was that I was breaking out really bad. Like, you can't really tell, but or you may be able to tell, but I had zits all on my cheeks. I have a zit right here on my eye. It was awful. I felt like a walking pimple. I felt so bad, and I got to thinking about it. Okay, do you want to be a walking pimple or do you want to be dead? So I said, I think I like this walking pimple look. We might be on to something, so I won't complain. So again, that all goes back to how attitude is everything, and I'm really trying to keep a positive attitude, and I think I've done pretty well thus far. I mean, every day is not the happiest of happy days. I mean, some days the chemotherapy is tough. Some days I'm really tired, and all I want to do is lay down. Some days I feel like I have the flu and I have all these aches and pains on my body, and all I want to do is lay down again. And some days, I feel like a normal Laryce, and that's a great day. That's a great day when I can actually forget that I have or I've been diagnosed with this ugly monster, and that makes me feel happy. I have not missed a day from work. There have been a couple of days that I've had to work from home because I had a new medication, or they decreased the amount of steroids that they were giving me because I was getting a lot of steroids, y'all, and I was blowing up. That's another reason why I wasn't really feeling doing a video. I didn't want to sit up here and do a video for y'all, and I'm looking like large and in charge. So I was really swelling up like tremendously. My husband was like, yeah, no you weren't. But yeah, of course, he better say that. But I was really swelling up. And my best friend was like, oh, look at your cheeks. As you can see, I kind of look like one of the chipmunks. But it's getting better now. They have me on another medication in response to the acne that's coming from the chemotherapy. So that makes me feel nauseous, in addition to also feeling nauseous on top of the regular chemo. So I have to stay on my nausea meds. But again, I cannot complain. I cannot allow myself to complain. Another thing that I'm working on too is staying off the internet. Oh my gosh, I saw something on the internet the other day, and it was awful. It was beyond awful, and I felt bad about it for like at least a good maybe week. Seriously, it it took me down for a week. And my husband was like, I keep telling you, stay off that internet. You don't want to stay off that internet, so that's what you get. And at first I thought it was really cruel for him to say that, because I was like, well, Dad, but he has a point. Even the oncologist was like, stay off the internet. But it's so much easier said than done, because if I have a question about something, or if I hear about a new medicine, and I want to go look it up just before I talk to the oncologist, it's hard. The internet is my go-to place. So what I really try to do is I try to stay out of those groups on Facebook where they talk about what they've been through, because some of those people are just, I understand that's their way that they have to tell their story. I get that. But sometimes it's just, oh, it's so devastating. Like, it just hurts my heart. The way that they tell a story makes you feel like you don't even have a chance. Just give up right now. And no, that's not what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm working on staying off the internet, or if I am going to be on the internet, I'm working on what I read. Okay, that's their situation, that's their story, that has nothing to do with me. We have similar circumstances, but that's the only thing. We have similar circumstances. That does not mean my outcome is going to be the exact same as their outcome. Another thing that has been really helpful for me is this small book. Yes, it's small, but it packs a huge punch. A dear friend of mine sent this to me, and it has been so helpful to me. There are so many little affirmations in here that I try to read every day. Actually, I do read every day, because what I did is I printed them out on a note card, and I put them up so that when I'm getting ready for work or getting ready to go out somewhere, I read them every single day. And they just help me out a lot. I think about what they mean, and I read them every single day, and it helps out a lot, because sometimes you need that push. Sometimes you need that word, or you need to hear that affirmation and say, wow, you know what, that made a lot of sense. That made a lot of sense, and it really is. That's for me. It was meant for me. And it helps out a lot, because some days, I'm going to tell you what, just thinking about the fact that I've been diagnosed with cancer is a lot, especially to see what my mother went through. It's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. And again, my mother had lung cancer. I've been diagnosed with breast cancer. They're two totally different things, but just the word cancer to me is frightening. It's scary. It is very scary. But my attitude, and having my friends and my family, and even strangers who say, I'm praying for you. I have friends who have friends that tell my friends, let her know that we're praying for her. And I think that's amazing. Just for a random stranger to say, I'm praying for you, that fills my soul with so much peace, because, I mean, there's some cruel people in the world. So that makes me feel so good to hear people say that I'm praying for you that don't even know me, because I need that. I need all the prayers that I can get, and I'm accepting them. I cannot thank my family enough for all that they have done for me. My sister, she's hosting a spirit night on Chick-fil-A on Tuesday for me, and I'm super duper excited about it. It's my chemotherapy day, but I'm going to try my best to show up and sit out there with her, and just talk to people about how important it is to get a mammogram and know your body. My sister's going to get her first mammogram on Wednesday. She's young, but since I've been diagnosed with it, and I was diagnosed with it at a young age, she has to go. And I'm so proud of her for being just, retroactive and just taking that stance, because she could say, I'm not going to do that. My sister's diagnosed with breast cancer. I got a 5-month-old baby. I don't want to deal with that. But she took a step up and said, hey, I'm going to, get checked out. I want my mammogram. I'm going to see what's going on with my body and move forward. And I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of all my friends that have said, okay, I'm going to get a mammogram. I feel like this journey of mine is not falling on deaf ears. It's on dead ears. You're hearing me, and you're feeling my plea. You're feeling my, hey, go get checked out. Check whatever you feel in your body. if there's something wrong, if there's something not right, especially in those boobies, go get checked out. Because I want you all to be happy and healthy and live with me, because I'm going to live. I'm going to beat this. I'm going to survive. I'm going to continue to tell my story. I'm going to talk about I am a survivor, because I am a survivor right now. Every single day that I wake up, I am a survivor. I'm not waiting until that remission 5-year mark where they say, okay, after 5 years, we can technically say you're a survivor. No, you can't. Laryce is a survivor today. I am a survivor today. I'm getting me a shirt made that says I'm a survivor. When they ask me how long I've been a survivor, I'm going to tell them since June 2015. Seriously. Because I'm living. I mean, there are some people who are diagnosed with cancer and they give them only 4 months to live, or 3 weeks to live, or 6 months to live. I wasn't given that. Every day that I wake up, I'm given another opportunity, and I seize it. I seize it, and I seize it with a smile on my face, thanking God every single day. So thank you all so much for the prayers. Please keep them coming. I promise not to go as long without posting another video.